Hey, what is up guys? It's Brennan here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Zoho CRM, which is one of the best free CRM platforms out there. They do also have a wide suite of premium sales CRM tools that they do have available on their paid versions. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at everything you need to know when it comes to getting started with Zoho CRM. We're going to be doing a step-by-step tutorial on how to use Zoho CRM for beginners so that you can learn how to get started with this powerful customer relationship management software that, again, you can get started for free today. And if you do want to sign up, you can go ahead and use that first link down below in the video description. That's brennanvalesky.com/Zoho-CRM. We'll take you right over to this page here where you get signed up with Zoho CRM for free today. They have a completely free version as well as a few different paid versions as well as free trials. So we're going to be walking through all the different pricing plans, pros and cons, and everything you need to know to get started with Zoho CRM. And without further ado, before we dive into things, of course, if you could smash that like button, it really helps out the channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Zoho CRM. Now, Zoho has a wide variety of different types of small business tools. Now, their sales CRM with Zoho CRM is one of the most popular tools on their platform. However, they do also have a wide variety of other different types of products that I've covered here on the channel. And that is one of the nice sort of side benefits to using a platform like Zoho, is that it easily integrates with all their other different tools, whether you're looking at email or setting up project management tools and campaigns. If you're looking for things even beyond just the CRM, you can also connect it there as well, which is just a quick side benefit I did want to mention here in this video as well, as one of the other benefits to utilizing a platform like Zoho. Now, with Zoho CRM, you do get access to their sales tools. So you're able to keep track of all your customers, engage customers traditionally like you would with any type of CRM. You can set up calls, emails, and really track and see where revenue is coming from, as you can see here, depending on the overall sales cycle. We're going to be taking a look at the back end of Zoho CRM as well in just a moment, so you can actually see what it looks like on the inside and what it really looks like when you're getting set up with the platform and with the software. So we'll be getting into that in just a moment, but I did want to just walk you through here on their sales page, just to give you a general idea, of what you could expect from this software. You're able to add all your customer support, like all the customer information and details and things like that. Now, if we take a look at the pricing page, now before we dive into the pricing, I do want to clarify and mention as a quick pricing disclaimer is that pricing is always subject to change depending on when you're watching this video. Be sure to check out the pricing page to get the most realistic and up-to-date pricing. But as you can see here, we have Zoho CRM. They have a wide variety of different plans. They have the monthly plan, as well as the yearly plan. It does start at $20 and $14 respectively, and this is per user, per month billed annually. And they do also have the free version. I gotta give shouts out to the free version, right? Zoho CRM Free Edition, and that comes with 3 free users and essentials such as leads, documents, and mobile apps, which is great if you're maybe starting out and maybe you're a much smaller business. Maybe you're not needing the necessary size and scale, but that's one of the other nice benefits of something like Zoho CRM. So you can always start on the free version and then upgrade in the future if you would need the additional tools, or if you continue to maybe grow and scale your team and operations with your business, or if you just want to try them out, you can try it out on the free version and then always upgrade in the future after you get sort of a grasp on things with Zoho CRM. So on their standard version, professional plan, enterprise plan, we're going to be taking a look at a enterprise plan trial just to give you a good overview of a lot of the different tools that come inside the enterprise plan in this tutorial here today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and also take a look at the overall comparisons between the different versions. Again, a lot of the basics you can get on the free version. It's up to 3 users on the free version, which is pretty nice. And without further ado, let's go ahead and actually just take a look at the tools. So once you get signed up with Zoho CRM, again, if you'd like to sign up and follow along with this video, you can go and check out that first link down below in the video description. But once you have done that, you will come over to this page here on the welcome screen with Zoho CRM. Now, you can choose to import your current information and migrate existing data, as well as connect, some of your deals and configure the deals pipeline, invite team members, as well as connect your email account. So you can do all that right from the beginning. We're going to go ahead and skip that. I have imported some sample data here into the platform just to give you a general idea of what things will look like when you actually have customers inside your CRM platform. So as you can see here, you have your contacts, you have a subject, due date, date, status, priority, so you can really get a good idea of how everything gets set up. Now, this is a bit more advanced than what you would see from a traditional spreadsheet. You can see meetings that are going to be set up for your overall sales cycle. You can see leads. You can see deals that are closing this month along with the dollar amounts. So you can really get a good idea and grasp on like everything that's input here inside your platform. You can also see the overall pipeline deals by stage. So you can see qualifying, needs analysis, value proposition, identify decision makers, proposal, price quote, and negotiation/review. So you can get a good overview of your overall sales pipeline here within Zoho CRM. That's what you will be greeted with here on the homepage. Total amount of open deals, calls, leads, things like that. Now, if we take a look here at the leads tab, which is the first section, obviously besides the homepage, you can see all the different leads that are going to come in here. Now, obviously, these are dummy emails and phone numbers, but you can see your lead name, the company name, email, phone, and lead source, as well as if we scroll over, as well as the lead owner. Of course, I'm just the only account in here, so if you did have multiple accounts, that would show as different lead owners. You can also filter by touched records, if things have been, obviously touched or not touched, or if things have been filtered. You can filter by company names. You can really get into city, overall annual revenue. So depending on how much data you import and add, or really just provide with each of these customers, it will provide you with more information to then go and filter by in the future. If maybe you need to sort your leads and maybe filter by highest priority, you could filter by the data that you've provided on the customers and your contacts to then filter those records to what you need. You can also filter by open leads or unsubscribed leads, everything like that as well. And you can set to whether you want to see the custom filter or not. You can also go in here and create a manual lead, as well as sync with other advertising tools such as like Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, TikTok ads. As well, you can mass delete things, mass email everybody. We're going to go ahead and click create lead just to show you what that looks like if you're going to be creating a lead from scratch. And this is the data that you will be provided with. So you can see you have first name, title, phone number, mobile device, lead source. So you can track the lead source as well if it was like online, in person, chat. You can select that there, cold call, employee referral. You can set the industry. You can set that there as well. You can set annual revenue, email opt-out, company name, last name, email, fax, website, lead status, number of employees, rating, other social media information, address, and a description if you need to add maybe some additional description information too. In terms of lead status, you can mark things as like junk leads, lost leads, pre-qualified, all those kind of things in here as well. Attempted to contact in future. So you can kind of really get a good grasp on where different leads are at and what you would like to save people as, just so you can get a good, idea. You can also add an image here too. So you can also upload images if that might help you in terms of identifying different leads. So that's sort of what, the lead process looks like. If we go over to the contacts page, you can then view contacts. Now, this is a little bit different from leads, although it is honestly fairly similar. Obviously, leads would be people that are coming into your business that are actually a lead that you need to sell to, whereas contacts might just be like industry contacts, things like that, or maybe people that you've already sold to in the past. So maybe they have already closed the deal already, so maybe they're not like an active new lead or something like that, but maybe they're contacts and things that you maybe just need to add, and maybe it's somebody that you would contact again maybe in the future or something like that. It just depends on how you want to label things in your business. Obviously, like you can kind of do things however you would like, but they have the whole contact section as well as a separate section here. You can go in and create a contact. And essentially, you're going to see a lot of similar types of things here. However, this might be someone like for a vendor, someone that sells parts for something else in your business. Maybe a contact is a little bit different from someone you're selling to directly as a lead in your business. A contact might be just someone who's kind of like an industry contact that you need to have in here that you might use maybe some of their information. Now, you can also mark them still as like a lead source as well, depending on how things are coming in your business. And you essentially have a lot of the same types of information, right? It's a contact page, right? You can do a lot of the same types of filtering here as well as the leads. You can see, register for upcoming CRM webinar, refer CRM videos, webinar, get approval from manager. You can mark different dates here as well. and create different actions. So you can go through, do a lot of the same types of things as well. Moving along inside the account section, this would be more so for a specific business that you have an account with. Maybe in this case, as you can see here, King Manufacturing. Maybe you've already sold to King Manufacturing. This would be the overall business account section, separate from leads and contacts. This is just the overall actual business that you are selling to. So the company name and things like that is what you would have here. Maybe you just have like a general company phone number in here, or maybe you want to have the actual contact person that you are speaking with. It just depends on how you want to enter things here, but you can also see overall accounts, a lot of the same types of filters. If you want to create a new account, it will then give you these options here, so you can set up a parent account. So really this makes a lot of sense if you're adding in the business details. This is more so the actual business account itself, not necessarily the contact person, because you're entering in the business information. If you go through here and add the ownership status, this would make sense if you're maybe selling to government entities, or is this a private company? Is this a public company, a partnership company, a subsidiary company, public? You want to mark that information here if it's applicable or necessary to you. This is where you would go and enter in the account information for different accounts and companies that you're working with. Moving along here, we then have the deals section. So this is where you actually will see the total dollar values being assigned to specific deals that are coming through your overall sales pipeline. So you have things in the qualification stage, you have things in needs analysis, value proposition, identify decision makers, proposal, price quote, negotiation / review, close won, close lost, and close lost to competition. Obviously, those are two kind of different. You want to make sure you mark that so you can see if someone just is like not closing, what's been closed, things like that. And you can track this overall in a very nice, easy Kanban view, in my opinion, sort of like how a project management tool would be operated. And you can easily drag these along here too. If you have qualification stage, you go to needs analysis, and you can see that dollar amount will then track and migrate with the total dollar value that you've provided for that specific deal. Now you can go in here as well as import deals, do a lot of the same types of actions that you would have. You can also change the view here as well. If you don't like the Kanban view, you can go to list view and view it this way. I personally really like the Kanban view. That's kind of my favorite view across any type of online tool, just because for me, it's very easy to see where everything is at inside the tool. So you can easily click through here, scroll across and see where everything is. You have the colors, it's pretty nice. It makes it very simple to get a good view. You can also set some canvas views as well if you want to have like a table. So you can set a table view. If that's sort of like a list view, but sort of a combination, a little bit easier to see maybe with the dollar amounts if you like it like that. You can also set up a tile view if you prefer it to be sort of like this. Or you can scroll through. Honestly, I don't really see this as helpful. It's not as organized. The Kanban view is really, in my opinion, the most organized here in this section. That's why it's the default. But if we go to create a deal, this is what it would then look like. You go in and add the deal name, the account. You would assign the account and the contact. So you have your account and contact, and then you would set the specific deal name and the stage and probability, expected revenue, things like that. You can go in and add those details too. Next, we have the tasks section. So this is sort of like specific tasks that you might have for a given lead, such as maybe call them, get approval from a manager, follow up, send a specific document, maybe competitor analysis comparison document might be helpful, or if there's a certain webinar that you need to register for or something like that, you can see all those. A lot of those are going to be, approvals, or if you need to send them some videos about the product, things like that. Maybe if they have questions, you can put that all in here inside the tasks. You could use this as sort of like a follow-up section to create tasks for yourself, to log things. It just depends on how you want to go about doing it. Like, none of these things are necessarily necessary. You can choose what you want to actually enter into the CRM for your business, as far as what you would actually require people to do, or people on your sales team, or even you just as a single salesperson as well. Just however you want to manage things and go about doing it is up to you. You're not necessarily required to use any of these sections. It just depends on how you want to go about doing things. To create a task, you would just click here on create task. You have the owner, the due date, priority, essentially very similar to what a project management tool would look like, but this is inside the CRM, so you can attach it to those contacts, those accounts, so that all that data is then going to be built inside the report section, which we're going to get to in just a moment, so you can kind of get a good view of like why it might be useful to add certain things to these task lists so you can keep track of everything and get a good view on the data. Now, again, at the end of the day, like any sales professional would know, it's not necessarily just about what's in the CRM, it's what's actually happening, but it's good, it can be good to track some of this information. I'll leave that up to you to decide what you actually want to enter in here. Of course, that's a whole separate video, whole separate side tangent. Moving along here, we have the meetings section, which you can then view overall meetings that you have. So you can use like Zoho meeting and things like that, as well as just phone calls, or maybe this is an in-person meeting, things like that, a demo, depending on how you want to go about tracking things and then marking the specific business that this then attaches to, as well as the contact name, as you can see here, depending on who has been entered. So you can see all the different meetings that you've had. You can go in and create a meeting. You can make an online meeting here as well, which is pretty cool. As you can see here, this will be powered by Zoho Meeting and then sent to all the participants at that scheduled time. So you can set up online meetings through here as well, which is pretty nice and easy to go ahead and do that. You can also uncheck that there and maybe add a physical location if you are going to be doing this as an in-person meeting or something like that. If we go moving along, we have the calls section. So you can also create calls, follow up with a lead, outbound call type. If we go to create a call, you can schedule a call or you can log a call that you've already had. If we go in and log a call, you can see the call type, if it was missed, inbound, outbound. Now, in my opinion, it can be quite cumbersome to be logging every single call in here manually. So depending on how you have your account set up, you might be able to set some automations to get those calls set up automatically from your device. I would recommend maybe contacting the Zoho CRM support to get something like that set up for you in your business, but that could be helpful just so that you're not like manually logging some of this stuff. Is kind of ridiculous to log some of these manually, especially if you have a lot of calls coming in and out. It can just make a lot more sense to try and do that automatically, at least with calls. With meetings, you're going to be setting up that date and time anyway, so it's really not, it's just tracking what you've already set up, so really not too much work there. But with calls, maybe you do want to call them, you can do that here. You can add and import calls and create them if you want to log them or schedule a call as well. We can go in here to report section. So this is where the magic sort of happens and everything kind of comes together. So you can see overall, what are the top 10 people in here? What are the sales by lead source? So you can see, all of the sales by a specific lead source. You can really get some good filters, sort of like what you would expect from an Excel document or a Google Sheet, but it's all managed here, and you can see all that information here under all the different types of reports. You can also favorite reports as well if you have some that you want to favorite. But all the different reports that are available here, you can see today's leads, today's sales. If you just want to see overall list of everything that's going on, you can do that here and search through all the different types of reports that are available inside the different report section of Zoho CRM. If we move along to services, we can also do that here. Now, this is a separate tool that you would have to enable, which is sort of like if you're setting up the automated services, like in this case, you would streamline, setting up services so you can sell lawn care as a service, things like that. If you maybe are setting up a service department within your company, this could be a good way to do that, because then you can set up appliance repair, like a service repair thing like that. Then that can also be set up here as well, and you can build out that catalog and different types of services that you would then sell inside your business, whether it be like installation or pool service, appliance repair, things like that. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can choose whether or not you want to enable this. If you want to enable it, you will need like business hours and things like that. We're going to go ahead and move along through this, and we're going to move on to the projects section. This would be sort of then integrated with Zoho Projects, which I did just do a separate video here on the channel. If you want to go ahead and check out that video, it is just Zoho Projects, and you can go ahead and see what that looks like. But essentially, this would then connect and migrate the two platforms together, so you can see overall viewpoints on tasks and milestones and things like that. You also have analytics if you want to see analytics. Now, this is really the dashboard that a lot of people care about when it comes to CRMs. You can see lead generation targets, right? So you can see that little metric of like, woo, how close are we? What are the revenue targets? What is the revenue this month? Deals in the pipeline, overall accounts. You can get more view from like Zoho Analytics, but this is just within Zoho CRM. As you can also see leads by source. You can see how many were from cold calls, advertisements, external referrals, online website or store, web download, total open amount, deals won, revenue won. As you can see as an overall viewpoint, where is your business at, who's the deal owner, and the total, the prolific sales reps, right? We have this sales rep chart here. You can see who's selling the most amount. So this is really the view that a lot of sales managers like to see, is the overall analytics view. With inside Zoho CRM, you can see specific lead analytics, top 10 lead sources. You can see the sales funnel. You can really get all the fancy, nice charts you do get inside here within Zoho CRM as well. You get deal insights depending on the stages. I know everybody loves these charts. Sum of amount, needs analysis, value proposition, where everything is at, amount of lead source. So a lot of these tables and charts can just be really nice to get a good overall viewpoint on your business and where things are going. You can see overall marketing metrics. If you have marketing metrics set up, if you have those actual components. Of course, we don't have any marketing campaigns active at the moment, depending on how things are going. You also have a sales trend. Again, we don't have enough data in here to build those out, but you can set those up. Once you have like enough data in here, I would imagine maybe 100 data points or something like that, and it would then build out the sales trend. Same thing with the follow-up. As well as the overall activities would show you like total call amounts, things like that from different sales reps, record counts. Again, I wouldn't necessarily recommend getting so in the weeds with this, but it can be really nice just to see like an overall stats board of where everything is at inside your CRM tool. Of course, that's pretty essential for most sales managers and things like that, as you can see here. If we move along beyond that, we also have other different types of systems inside Zoho CRM. So we went through reports. You can also set up all the different products. So you can go ahead and create a product that you want to sell. You can set up, total amount and what that product is available inside your business. Pretty self-explanatory. You can add in products. You can also add in quotes. So we're going to go ahead and leave that page there. You can go ahead and manage and create customer quotes as well for specific this would be a legal agreement based on the overall product. So this would be a quote. You can set up product name, quantity, list price, amount, discount, tax, and set up the total. You can set up terms and conditions. You can also create certain form views if you need that as well. You can edit the overall page layout if you wanted to edit the way that the quotes are laid out. So you can do that here as well if you would like to change the way that things are laid out. So you can go in here and actually drag around everything. Again, this isn't necessarily necessary if you don't want it, but you can go in here and customize everything if you want to maybe move quoted items around, move the address information, and maybe kind of move things and maybe add additional summaries. You can do that here. You can add a file upload section, a URL for people. So if you need this additional fields, you can easily add that here as well that you would have. Now, you do have a limit on how many fields you can add, but this can be nice if you want some additional customization on your quotes page. Now, you can also set templates and things like that in here. I'm not setting that up here today, but that is something else that could help you sort of save time inside the different views in creating these forms for your business. Now, additional to quotes, you also have sales orders, so you can see if there's a purchase order and things like that. You can also additionally connect this to other platforms like Zoho Expense, Inventory, or Zoho Books. If you want to kind of tie everything in the Zoho ecosystem together, this is what a sales order would look like. Now, quotes, sales orders, invoices, they're all fairly similar in terms of the overall layout and look. It just depends on, like, obviously these are issued to the vendor at the time of delivery. We create the invoice. So depending on how you operate and run things in your business, you can see overall, you can mark the sales commission, deal name, contact name, add the invoiced items that are final in here, and then save and send those to your customers. So you have all this built out in here inside Zoho CRM. We also have a sales inbox tool, so you can see overall data. If you want to configure that, you can go ahead and configure that too. We also have different campaigns if you're going to be setting up marketing campaigns. Again, if you're going to be doing that, that's primarily if you're going to be setting these up. I would say realistically, that's going to be more so if you're going to be setting things up with additional advertising platforms externally, or if you would like to track them there as well, you can do that too. Moving along, we also have different vendors if we want to keep track of vendors, add vendors. So you can create vendor lists in here too, and view all the different vendors that you have created. You also have price books too, if you have, price books as far as the goods that are inside your organization. You can add a price book name and set up a price model depending on what you're doing in your business. You also have a document section, a solution section. This would be like case solutions, or things that are help solving reoccurring problems with certain customers. So it's nice that you can create these modules and easily have these set up. You can also set up forecasts as well, track different sales targets and things like that within this tool, as well as overall visitor tracking. Now, I'm not going to be focusing on that here in today's video. This is something that you would see more so in the enterprise premium plans, not necessarily available on every plan. But that might be useful to you. You also have the documents section where you can easily then go ahead and upload and add documents to your CRM platform. You could also opt to use the work drive, which is Zoho's sort of like Google Drive type setup, if you're going to be adding in some files that you want to save to your account as well. And you can even go in and create new custom modules in here as well. If you have other things you need to create, you can do that manually here. If you have maybe anything else that's custom that you need in your business, sort of outside the traditional tabs that we already have. But again, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video here today, going over a quick beginner's guide to Zoho CRM. There really are a lot of different tools inside Zoho CRM for you to get set up with. And again, guys, if you do want to get signed up with Zoho CRM, you can go and check out that first link down below in the video description. That's brentvalesky.com/Zoho-CRM. We'll take you right over to this page here where you can get started with Zoho CRM for free today. Again, that's that first link down below in the video description. If you guys found this video helpful or enjoyed it, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.